Hello, Caroline. Now you're going to tell me all about the impact or the what happened after doing a wound healing. So let's just rewind a bit because you've got an exciting story to share.
Oh, I have. I can't tell you. Well, we did disconnect
Yeah.
because I've never felt part of anything, if I'm honest. Never felt part of a group or I've always felt outside. Um, well, on Friday, I had a networking meeting in Winchester in England, and I had to stay the night before in a hotel because I can't drive before it gets light. So I stayed the night in the hotel, and then in the morning, up bright and early, I thought I'd go and have breakfast before I go to the hotel and have breakfast. So I walked into the breakfast room, found a table, and then I can't walk very well, so I have a stick. So I had a stick in my handbag, and I went to get an orange juice. So I was then working out how to get my stick, handbag, and an orange juice back, and then I spotted a croissant. So then I was in real trouble then. I had a croissant which I had visions of it skating across the floor. Well, a very nice waitress came up to me and offered to help me. So she carried my bag, she carried my orange juice, and I trotted back to the table. Then she got me a cappuccino. Very nice. Then a little bit later on, it was time to go. So I stood up with my bag and trotted out, and the waitress said, can I carry your bag to the car? And I said, no, don't worry. Then when I went into the foyer, this huge chap, I think he must have been a driver, a taxi driver or something, he said, oh, let me take that bag for you. And I turned back to the waitress and said, what can I do? And I said, yes. And then he said, I'll tell you what, I'll go and get your car and bring it to reception. I said, you can't, because he was about 6'5" and I'm 5 foot nothing. I said, you won't get in. He said, oh, I'll manage. So he went off and got my car. Well, honestly, the funniest thing ever, seeing him get out the car, it was like seeing a spider get out the car. His leg came out and then this arm. He was all squashed up in the car. So I was so welcome there, really was, and included. Then I got to the meeting, and when I walked in up to the hotel, there's a door you have to get in, which is always difficult to open. And somebody from the meeting spotted me and opened the door for me. Well, I was feeling so cheerful by then on this morning. And when I walked into the room, two of the ladies there said, "Woo, Caroline!" They've never done that before at all. That is a complete turnaround to my normal experiences, which slinking in and sitting down, hoping somebody will get me a coffee. Completely different.
Amazing. So did you, as you were approaching this event and the lead up, how are you feeling about going to the event? Had that changed? Or did you discern
Yeah,
any difference in how
I
you
was
felt about going?
I was already looking forward to it.
Okay.
And I was in a nice room holiday, and so I was having a very jolly evening, and I had squid and chips for supper, which was marvelous. So it was already a festive occasion in anticipation.
Mm.
But I've never been helped like that before, Alexia.
Okay.
People falling over themselves to help me.
Wow.
Wow,
So you were now, I mean, it sounds like you were just giving off a whole different vibe
I
to
think I
what you would
was.
normally have been doing. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and as I think about the meeting and belonging, it's all changed.
Okay.
I even had dreams about joining things and going to places, and I was part of the gang, if you like.
Wow.
Yes,
So
that
this is like, so for a long time you've been struggling with feeling like you don't belong, like you're excluded, like you're outside of the gang, like you're not part of the action.
yeah. I,
Now,
I was too busy feeling not very confident and was I worth knowing and all that rubbish. But
yeah.
this is completely different. I just simply and then when the 3 minutes started, somebody said, "Can I just say that if you haven't had one already, have a one-to-one with Caroline?" Because I related this tale as my intro. She said she's witty, and if you have a one-to-one with Caroline, she'll cheer you up. I mean, honestly, I was beside myself.
And this came from doing the one wound healing on
Yeah,
disconnected.
yeah.
Amazing. And when you did the wound healing, I'm just trying to think back to when you did it, did you have any insights or realizations after, like when, that came up for you during the wound healing?
Yeah, of all the times I've not felt connected,
Mm.
and the things I've tried to do that haven't worked, I think, because I wasn't really connected. So it made me withdraw because I wasn't connected with it fully.
Yeah.
So I stopped myself all along the way.
Yeah. So actually, do you think you were sabotaging your own ability to connect the whole time?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
And now that's kind of
Yeah. Well, I've
stopped.
never thought, I've always been surprised if somebody wanted to connect with me. Actually, I don't care now at all. I think I'd be surprised if they don't want to connect with me.
I love this story. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that, Caroline.
My pleasure, and thank you very much.